In this video, I will talk about MetaSequoia, which is a software, and it's a 3D polygonal modeling software. It's totally free, so we can download it from the official website. And let's see, first of all, some images from Google to see what this software can do with 3D modeling. And there you go. So as you can see, you can create some really basic models and also do other types of operation like creating bones and uh, the basics for animation. So polygonal modeling tools means that you will work with these triangles or four-sided polygons, and with this you will create the structures, the polygonal structure that you need, and so the 3D model that you need. These types of model are also called patches or mesh models. So this is a pretty good start for someone who is beginning with 3D modeling. This is not the most complete tool for 3D modeling, but it's actually one of, I think one of the lightest. And again, it's a good starting point. Similar software are, for example, Tinkercad if you want to start, and Sculptris for sculpting 3D, and also Blender, which is free, and Maya, it's another 3D modeling tool. And also the best tools out there for 3D modeling are probably 3D Studio Max and Cinema 4D. These are the two best and world-known software out there. The best in my opinion, of course. And you can use Max on Cinema 4D if you work a lot with Adobe and you are more a graphic designer. And if you want to work with architecture, I think 3ds Max is better, again, in my experience and in my opinion. And as you can see here, again, we find MetaSequoia in the similar software. So if you want to know more about Cinema 4D and 3ds Max, you can go in our website, YouTube channel, which is JBDTube, and here you will find, well, you will find videos explaining other 3D application, as you can see, or you can go in the playlist in the English video courses. You will find some 3D video courses, and also for Cinema 4D and 3ds Max and other stuff. So please subscribe and check it out. So let's go back to MetaSequoia now, and let's go to the download page, which is this one here. You can get here by just clicking this result, or just by going from the home page directly on the download right there. And so this is just a starter kit, let's say, and you can also have a professional version by purchasing a license. And well, now it's closed, and this is the prices right here. Okay, but this case I want to use this one right here just to give it a look, and I want to open this at the end of the download. So this is not totally free, as you can see, but you can check what's free and what's not by going here and go to compare editions. So this shows previous versions that you can use without license. Also, you can check the limitation. For example, you can create objects, but probably you cannot define text objects. You don't have all the features. So here you have other stuff that you cannot use in the demo versions. Something works only in Windows and so on. So you just can go here to check what you can do, what you cannot do. You can buy also the final version or get a trial here, right there. So it will last 30 days before expiring. And you can try the full features with this. So you can choose which version to download. In my case, I just want to do an introduction on the software, so this will be fine. This download for right there. Okay, now this is finished. The download has finished. I can proceed with the installation. You will find the file inside your download folder. So I will just agree to the license terms and conditions, click on install, and move on, and just install the product. And this shouldn't take too long because it's not a big software, as I was telling you before. 3ds Max is probably the biggest. Cinema 4D is also big, but not as 3ds Max. Okay, there you go. Finished, completed. Let's close and let's open up the software. This is the icon that you will find on your desktop. So we'll just double click on this and launch. Well, let's see. I will do this in English, but you can check other language, which are only English and Japanese. So I guess I will choose English. And okay, thank you. Now it's time to get a serial or get a trial license or start without a serial. You can choose one of these and let's move on. This is just an introduction, so I don't care about getting any license. And this is the software right now. So if I need some help, here I can check on the help drop-down menu to see some support and tutorials. Okay, I can also change the interface in the beginner mode, which is the initial state. And I think that's it. So let's close this message, and I will now create a smaller window for my application, and there it is. This is MetaSequoia 4. Also, I have a floating panel, which I will show you here. And this is, of course, talking about polygons. So these are icons representing polygons. So this is it. So this is the beginner switch. So if I want to change, I can change this with many different toolbar. So right here on the left side, I have these toolbars, these tool panels, actually, more than bars. They look like panels. And right here, this is the workspace, which is in 3D, of course. And this is the x-axis, the red one. Then I have the epsilon axis in the green and the z-axis in the blue. So the z, which sometimes is like that only in Cinema 4D, but if you go in 3ds Max, this blue line goes to the top, so it goes on the height, not on the width, so not on the basis. And so let's start to create something here. Here I have some editing tool that I can choose, and each tool I choose, it changes this one, which is an option bar. So I can change, for example, well, let's create the move. I can move with this, or I can insert some parameters here. Also, I can create some 3D primitives or some faces, some 2D stuff. I can extrude, so I can do some modification on shape. And also I have other tools right here. And let's see, also I have some lighting tool, other stuff. So right here I have the drop down menu where I can actually create some stuff also from here. And I can also well, do other commands. And that's about it. So it's pretty simple. Well, when you start, you want to use probably this navigation tool. So this is the zoom right here, the pan, and the orbit to orbit around. But of course, this is just to begin. Then you have to use the navigation on your mouse. So with the scroll wheel, you can zoom. If you push your scroll wheel, you can pan. And with the right mouse, button you can orbit, and with the left mouse button you will use the action that you selected right here on the left. So let's start to create something really simple. So I will select here on the primitive, and let's create a cylinder. There you go. So you can zoom now a little bit outside to see the cylinder, and I can orbit with the right mouse button, and I can use these arrows to move it a little bit. So as you can see, as I move this, I can see the X changing. If I move it going to the top, I can see the epsilon, and this is the blue. I can also insert the value directly from here. Let's say 20, for example. Well, once you have placed the object, you can press enter to place it, or you can click on create. And once you do that, you would just be left with this like a blue ghost, which will represent where you will place the next cylinder. You can move it by using the arrows or by using the square. In this case, I'm moving it into the 3 directions, into the 3 dimensions. So be careful where you place your objects. You can adjust this with these other options here, like that. And again, I want to create this one here, and let's move it around. I also have some other properties here. For example, the faces. The faces are actually the polygons. So how many faces or polygons is the same thing. It's the structure of your object. So for example, if I increase the subdivisions here on the epsilon direction, I am actually increasing the faces or the polygons. And also I can change, so you can see the inner radius, the outer radius of the cylinder, the height of the cylinder. I can also insert some precise value here and say create, and that's another one. And I can move on with other tools here. Just, you know, follow the simple steps, and you will find a lot of information also in the help panel. This is it. So this is just, again, a simple introduction just to show you how this tool works, and if you like it, you can continue to try it and perhaps buy it. Again, if you want to know more about 3D modeling, please visit our YouTube channel, subscribe, check our playlists, check our English video courses, and if you can, support us on the community page, on the store, or you can just subscribe with some comments, suggestions, questions, and so on. So this is all for this guide. See you in the next guide.